special to my heart. He was the very first Indian Riverkeeper, and obviously he's dear to my heart because I love working with the children and I understand the importance of our children being involved with this. He currently is a teacher at the Marine Oceanographic Academy, or better known as MOA. Please help me welcome Kevin Stinette.
I want to thank everybody for being here. This is really an important thing, a membership drive. Too often in our urgent calls for changes to the polluters' actions, we look at the terrible things that happen and we don't look enough at the fighters for our river. And I would really like for you to think about Marty, think about the Indian Riverkeeper organization. We have several of the original board members, and I'd like to talk for a moment about some of the people that I started working with almost 20 years ago, before we even ever conceived of a Riverkeeper project. And I want to talk in particular about one of the champions of the area, a woman named Grace Stock, who was a key member of the Audubon Society of St. Lucie County. She was a founding board member of Indian Riverkeeper. She passed away last week. She passed away at 99 and a half years old. She was the epitome of the little old lady in sneakers. She was a powerhouse. She once told my wife, I'm retired. This was when she was only 89. She said, I'm retired, I'm a full-time activist, and I love it. And she fought, and you couldn't say no to her. She would stand up to the county commission, and they couldn't say no. She would stand up at all sorts of venues, the city, whether it was the South Florida Water Management District. You couldn't say no to somebody with such passion, such experience, and such drive. She will be missed terribly. We've lost other key fighters in the 20 years that I've been here. I think about Gilbert Kennedy. He drafted legal action that we took, and he was a fighter for Conservation Alliance, for the Waterfront Council, for Indian Riverkeeper. These people are getting older. These people are not able to maintain the pressure, and I thank you for being here, and I call upon you to stand up as they leave us. It's vital. Memberships drive Indian Riverkeeper. The basic concept when we started Indian Riverkeeper was that this organization was going to represent the anglers in the community. It was going to represent the homeowner groups that would go up against terrible projects and not have a concerted voice or not enough clout to stop them. And it represented the conservationists who love this community because of the river, because of the beauty of our natural environment. And we need all of those people. And we are responsible as Indian Riverkeeper to those people. We take that very seriously. We maintain a board of directors that represents those people and the children of our community who deserve to have the kind of clean river that we inherited, that my generation has let slip away. I grew up on Tampa Bay. I came to this community because I saw the Indian River Lagoon, and I saw the beauty of an estuary that was still in a pristine state. And 20 years ago, I thought, I thought, well, thank God the state of Florida has turned around and is not letting waters like this be degraded. And I've been constantly amazed in the last 20 years that while Tampa Bay has had a resurgence, they're back to seagrass at 1950s level, we have allowed the Indian River Lagoon to deteriorate to the point where the only biological viable stretch of the lagoon is basically from North Bridge down to the Jensen Beach Bridge. The seagrass die-offs to the north, the discharges to the south threaten the entire 156 miles. This stretch of the lagoon stands as the viable nursery for the species that will replace those we've lost, and we can't give up the fight now. It's more urgent than it's ever been. And thank God for the River Warriors and for Marty and the work that they're doing. People know now that a core of the public is not going to let that destruction continue. And I thank Marty, and please join. I would also like, whether it's Diet Coke or this wonderful Sweetwater beer, I'd like to propose a toast to Grace Stop.